Alright, what's up guys? It's Mitch or Deity back from Hunters for Hire, and today I'm just going to be giving some tips for beating this guy here. I don't even know his name right now off the top of my head, but he's a new siege monster, and it got me playing the game again, so I'm sorry for not uploading for the last little bit, but I just need to take a little break. But I am back. I have a lot of video ideas and different things I'm going to be doing, so again, I'm sorry, but lots of content coming very soon. So to start it off, I'm going to be, like I said, going over tips for fighting this guy. So one of the best things you can do, first off, in this first area, so I'll just go area by area. So first off, as you can see here, I kind of cut this video up just for the highlights of what I want to talk about. It's just a full hunt, one of the hunts I did against him. But you're going to want to use the wedge beetles as much as possible. As you saw right there, you just zip around the entire first portion of the map, and it's amazing. So first tip, just do that. One thing that I found is I'm normally a bow main, but there are so few weak points on him that you can actually do decent damage with the bow that I just went ahead and started using the charge axe. Charge blade, sorry, not charge axe. But yeah, I started using this just because he does a lot of damage. There are a lot of times, I'll show the attack later, that you it's really hard to not die from, but it's just a lot easier to survive with Blade Master. So the first thing was the wedge beetle. Second thing is, as you saw right there, when he's walking around this area, you want some kind of range user on your team. If you can get a heavy bowgun user, that's huge. But you want somebody with range to knock those pillars down on him, because it stops him in his place for like 10 seconds. And then you can just lay down heavy damage on him. So you can also use different sling ammo to knock that down, but it's up to you. I mean, if you can get a group of 4 guys, your best bet is having some kind of range user with status. So because you can sleep him very easily, and you can also use paralysis on him. But I'm just going to let you guys know now, it's best to save your sleep and paralysis until you get to the final area. Because your damage that you do over time, you're just trying to break down. See, he dropped another one on him, and does pretty good damage. So the more damage you do to him in the first area, from what I've found, he moves faster through this first area, so you can get to the next part of the fight quicker. So the more you just pound on him, see right here, he's just booking it to get to the next area. So that's just what I found. But I could be wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong on that. He may always go fast, but it seems like once you hit a certain point of damage, he just starts booking it. So another thing you can do is to use the cannons. But I'm going to say this right now, don't be the guy that just sits at the cannons the entire time just to get 3 hits in. Because each cannon shot doesn't do that much damage. It doesn't, I mean, it helps break pieces. Like you can see right here, it also helps flinch monsters pretty easily. So right there, I got a really good flinch on him. But this is not something I recommend. It was just, I knew which area he was going to right here. Because once you fight him enough, you'll start realizing the patterns he does. So I just knew I could take advantage of the cannon there, and that was going to be my best bet. So once you come down into the second area, once you deal so much damage to him, like I said, he goes faster down here. You're actually going to sit and battle him. He's actually going to fight you back instead of just tail attacking you once or twice here and there. That's one of the attacks that pretty much hits you no matter what. So if you can get a weapon with some kind of blocking ability, helps a ton. This was just a random group, but as you see, our bowgun user did have status effects, and it was helpful. But I would have preferred him not use them here and use them later in the fight, because once his armor breaks off, you have to break his horns. So the damage you do right throughout the entire fight until the horns are off, I don't believe affects the final area. So you want to save all your different things that you can stop him from moving until you get to that final area, and then just cheese him down, because you can't flash bomb, can't do anything else. So if you can sleep him, sleep bomb, or paralysis, and do that. So as you can see right here, he also slept him in this area. But the problem with playing with randoms is Tommy over there decided to wake him up. He just kept attacking. He had no idea he was asleep, even though our teammate was signaling that he was sleeping him. So don't be like Tommy, please. And try to pay attention whenever they're going for sleep, and bring large barrel bombs. So another thing is, if you can bring some kind of weapon that can KO, or bring the impact mantle, that could help a lot, especially if you're a range user, say like spread light bowgun or something like that. Spread light bowgun with some different things that could help with, or like status effects. It could be really good to bring the impact mantle and just lay heavy spread on his face every chance you get. Just try to get that extra KO, because that does put some more downtime. So one other thing is whenever he drops these pieces on the ground, they're very noticeable, but they're very important to carve because you do need his gems for his armor, and that's one of the ways that you can get his gems is by carving those there. So anytime you see those fall on the ground, he's usually probably going to leave the area right after you break it, so be sure to get the carves off that. So the next thing is whenever you come into this area, there are going to be 3 different pillars like that you can drop on his head. So I didn't know if our bowgun user was aware of it, so what I did was pick up some slinger ammo just so I could go ahead and do it myself. So I dropped that on him, and as you see right here, we're just laying down just massive damage to his face, trying to break that horn to get to the next stage. As you can see right here, these are the other 2 in the area. They're over in lava, so this portion's kind of bad because you're going to take mad damage. But you can see the bowgun user there hit the other one that wouldn't have even hit him, so that was kind of frustrating. One thing I am thinking about doing is live streaming, and if you guys would like to come out and hunt with me, I would probably be willing to do that. I just need to see if people are interested in it. So if you are interested, comment please. Just say that you'd come out and join the hall with me, and then we could get some really good groups together to where we always beat them. So whenever you're doing this quest, one really good thing you can do is you can get glitched inside of them like that, as you can see. And you can just sit there and attack. All your attacks are going to hit, so you don't have to worry about missing, and he's just laying on the ground, so it's always nice to get glitched inside the monster. But I was just standing there. But what I was saying was, when doing this quest, the first time you do it, he is harder, and he gets easier the more you do it. So with the first time, it is really hard once you get down with his armor off down here to actually break the horn, because you get break bonuses later. So part breaker, I'm pretty sure does help overall. I would assume so. I don't know if it's a scripted thing as to damage. But in this final area here, when he goes down, attack his face. Please don't be like Tommy over there and attack his arm. Please attack his face. So if you have the ability to attack from somewhat of a distance, do that. So like with Charge Blade, as you saw, I was attacking his arm and then sending my things toward him. So that's one of the best things you can do, is make sure you're not all attacking the face, because you'll be hitting each other and then canceling everything you try to do. This hit right here was able to knock him down again, so then I just potato for the rest of the fight, so I'll just keep talking. But what I want to do is get a group together to where we can all make sure we beat him every single time, because if you can beat him every single time, you get your reward level really high. So the more stuff you do to him, more stuff you break, and see at the end there, if you can break those final horns in the last area, that you get an extra 500 points. So 500 points is the most you can get from any of it. So it's definitely the best thing to do. So if you can beat it every time, that's your best bet. So that's all I got for this. Hopefully these tips kind of help you out. As I find more, I may make a better video later, but I just want to get something up to help you guys. And it's been Mitch or Deity from Hunter's Fire, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.